Good afternoon. It is April the 18th, and no, your eyes do not deceive you. It snowed. Spring in Saskatchewan. It'll be up in double digits again. A couple of days, but we also have a couple of days of below freezing. It's -5 right now. Yeah, depressing, but short-lived and pretty, I guess. I had every intention of getting out and taking a longer walk in the snow, but it didn't happen, and I'm pretty sure it won't happen tomorrow either. I just got so swamped with publishing stuff today. Plus, I did an interview on the podcast this morning. And then there's the Kickstarter, which always takes some time every day to keep it going. So, yeah, just a busy day. I interviewed a British author, E.C. Hibbs is her name, fantasy author. It's a really great interview, and I'm looking forward to that one going live in a couple of weeks. So it should be the May 4th interview, I think. And the Kickstarter is at 57 something. No, 6,700. No, 7,000. That's it. 7,071. That's it. 59%. It's a bit behind last year, but yesterday it hardly budged, and today it jumped up almost 2 percentage points. So you just never know. You can, of course, help out by going to tinyurl.com/shapersofworlds. Ow! There's something in my shoe just stabbed my heel. I don't know if I can keep walking. The heck is that? Ow! I think I'm going to have to find some place to go away. I don't know what that is. Hopefully it stays flat, whatever it is. If it comes back, I'm going to have to stop and figure out what it is. It's probably a pine needle from Christmas. Those things are pernicious. What was I saying? Yes, you can go to tinyurl.com/shapersofworlds numeral 5, shapersofworlds 5, tinyurl.com shapersofworlds 5, and contribute. And, pick up a great backers reward like an ebook or an audiobook or a print book. Or get your name used for a character, or get your book edited by me. Yeah, lots of great backers rewards available. You want to go check them out. I've also got another crowdsourcing campaign running just for Shadowpaw Press, Crowdfunder. So that's Crowdfunder without the E, Crowd, F-U-N-D-R. But it's at tinyurl.com/Shadowpaw24. And again, that's numeral 24. So if you'd like to help out my publishing company, that would be a fine place to go as well. Spent quite a bit of time today on The Downloaded, which is the new novel by Canada's best-known science fiction writer, Robert J. Sawyer, which I have print rights to because the first print run sold out, the second print run sold out. I should have made the second print run bigger, but I thought it would be enough, but it wasn't. So I've got to do a third print run because there are back orders from bookstores. So it's been very, very successful so far and quite exciting. Eventually I make some money. I've cut out a lot of money up front to get it printed and everything, but the flow should reverse once the payments start coming in. Won't get rich, but it's better than losing money, which I have certainly done on more than one title as well. I've got that little fuzzy ball on the microphone again because I noticed yesterday when it was very windy and I walked along this windy corner, it seemed to really make a difference. So they start using it all the time, right up until I lose it, which I probably will because I always do lose those things. I really am not walking far, just up to Fireside Bistro, which is a place I like to eat. And that's really short. Oop. See, it's slippery. That guy didn't allow for it. He's still skidding. Last night I was at Regina Music Festival, because my daughter was singing, and she did brilliantly. It was a mass, kind of the open class, like the oldest class. She's 22. And both of them that were in that are both voice students of Robert Urson, who's also my good friend and was best man at my wedding. And both are alumna of Do It With Class Young People's Theater Company, which Rob is artistic director for. That's the same theater company that people like Tatiana Maslany were once in, and Paul Alexander Nolan, currently a big Broadway star. So it has a good history. Oh, that's a nasty wind. However, as we go north on Albert Street, on a day that looks like January but is actually April the 18th. Anyway, tomorrow afternoon I'll be at Music Festival as well, because Alice is singing in 3 more classes, I believe, all in the same session. So that'll be exciting. We're going to cross at this intersection, and then it's just a couple of blocks that way, and I will be happy to be done walking, because it's cold and I've become acclimatized. You get used to it in the winter, and then if you get a blast like this after it's been warm, it feels like really cold again. Even though if this was January, you'd think, oh, it's so mild. Yeah, it's miserable. This is happy I didn't go for a long walk today. I would have made it, obviously, because I've walked in much colder weather, but much more comfortable not to after it's been warm for a while. Well, it looks like I hit this perfectly. So about 2 blocks this way, and we'll be done. I might walk again on the way home, we'll see. Talking to the British author, she loves snow. She's actually from Cheshire, but for several years she lived and worked in Finland in the wintertime because she has a master's in wildlife management. So she was up there north of the Arctic Circle. She talked about that a bit. So she really likes snow. She was jealous that we had snow, and well, okay, but there comes a time when you've had enough of it, and that time was before we got to April, mid-April. Although, as I've often pointed out, the latest I can remember a big snowstorm was the long weekend in May, so even after this, we're not necessarily out of the woods. Well, we are out of the woods because we live in the prairie, but you know what I mean. Absolutely nobody has watched this live today. Makes me wonder why I bother. Except I'm getting money from Google since I've gone past the 1,000 subscriber mark. Apparently I'm about to get $114. I think that represents about 3 months worth of income. But still, it's $114 I didn't have before. And I'm earning it basically just by walking around like this and talking to y'all. So thank you kindly. Also, though, there was one fellow who gave me some additional donations as I walked, which is something apparently you can do. You know, not begging or anything, but would be nice. I would love to figure out a way to really monetize this, but why would it monetize? I mean, come on. It's just me walking around Regina. Every once in a while I get a comment on the YouTube. I delete them, saying what an awful place Regina looks like. Oh, okay. Duly noted, and now I'm removing your comment. Because it's my space and I can do that if I want. Well, I'm a big believer in free speech, but this doesn't really apply in that situation. Okay, here we are at the Fireside Bistro. Hopefully they got a space for me. They're not full. I don't think they will be. And that's it for now. And I might walk again on the way home. We'll see. Goodbye.